Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about if-else control structures. This is George Blanchard. So let's talk about control structures. What are they? Basically, the idea um, is using if-else, while, for loops, certain other types of things to basically help us write a code that will determine based on outside events whether something should happen. That sounds like gobbledygook, and the way I said it kind of is. But the way it starts is we place this condition, right? Um, and basically, the point of writing a function with a control structure in it is to basically check whether something we set is true or not. If a thing is true, we're going to do a certain type of code. If it is false, we're going to do something else. So how do we make sense of this? So one example, right? This is actually something that we did for our last enhancement, right? Making the connections.php. We basically ran an if statement that said, hey, if we're able to log into our iClient, if we're able to, log into our server and everything is okay, then we're going to, send us to connections.php, right? And if something along the line did not work, something we, mistyped or whatnot, then it was going to send us to that, 500.php, the server error page that we made, right? Um, so, um, okay, back to it. So, basically, I have for us today we have a number of control structures we're able to use in PHP. We've already played with if and else a little bit, and that's what I'm going to cover today for our little lesson. But we have a few other control structures we can do. We can do while loops, we can do for loops, for each loops. Do while is one that during my research I was kind of advised not to do, but hey, that's a lesson for another time. So let's have a practical example. So here's our if-else loop. I've even done a little nested to have some extra fun with it. So basically, what we are doing here, we are, this is just a little program that gives you a greeting based on the time of day and the day of the week. So the way this works, and I realize now before recording I should have done some comments. Basically, we will have the current hour, the current day of the week, and from there we'll have this little greeting. So right now, it is a Sunday in the afternoon, in between looking at general conference. So um, let us open in a browser currently as it is. So right now, it is midday, hour between 10 and 20. It's going to tell us to have a good day. Now, if we were to change a few things around, say it was early in the day, so what it's going to do, so I can explain this a little more, this first message, basically it's looking at the hour day. If it's real, if the hour is very early, it is going to say have a good morning. Else if, basically if this first condition isn't met, it's going to try to do the second condition. If the hour is less than 20, it will say have a good day. However, if it can't do that, it will go to this else clause. So else if is a way to do something else that is, a condition that could be met. Else is sort of the catch-all term for if you can't do, whatever the others were trying to do. Everything else will end in this else clause. So if I were to change the hour here, it is late at night, and I'm going to refresh. It will say have a good night. It tries to do this, tries to do this, and then it tries to do this. So I even have a second clause here. Let's play with the day. let's say it's not Sunday, instead it's Friday. So what it does here is this, it goes into here to change the message, and then we're going to echo message dot, and we're going to concatenate on this string, enjoy your weekend. So you come onto this on a Friday night, oh, awesome, have a good weekend. You can also nest if-else loops within each other. For instance, right here, so if it is Sunday, it will also check if it is early morning, and it'll tell us, enjoy church. So it's currently Sunday for me, but I'll need to rewind the hour back. Uh-oh, what happened here? Oh, I know what happened. Okay. Let's comment you out again. So it's Sunday, it's early in the morning. Have a good morning, enjoy church. So this is just one example of things you can do with if-else. Hopefully I've made a little bit of sense of this and wasn't rambling too much. But once again, to basically bring the topic home one more time, basically a control structure is used in which you set a condition, and you have code that wants to check whether this condition is met. If it is true, then we're going to do a specific type of code. We're going to produce some sort of output. And if the condition is false, we're going to do something else. So use this in your coding, and God bless.